All right, we'll get started here with our guest today, Zane Smith, driver of the number 38 F-150 for Front Row Motorsports. Only driver in the series to win 2 races in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. And as we go to Martinsville this weekend, the last time we were there, you won there too. So if you've got a question for Zane, raise your hand. And we've got Zane for 15, 20 minutes here until we exhaust all of our questions. So why don't we kick it off with Rob Kiongson? Rob, why don't you get us started?
Thanks, Dan, and good to have you here, Zane. You were talking beforehand how much you really love Martinsville. So my first question is, what is it about Martinsville that suits your driving style? Is it kind of like a rhythm track or just kind of a track that just comes to you as the race goes on?
Yeah, I mean, both really. I feel like Martinsville is probably, if not the biggest rhythm track that we go to. And I feel like ever since I was a little kid on short tracks, and that's really at the end of the day what it is, they've just suited me. And I really enjoy going to those places. The racing is always hectic, but it's always a thriller of a finish. And fortunately, I've been on the good side of those recently, and so hopefully we can continue that wave.
For sure. My last question is, you got those 2 wins that Dan mentioned at the top of our press conference here, but how confident do you feel about your championship chances in doing so as a relatively new Ford racing driver?
Yeah, I mean, it's so early to talk about championship stuff just because of the format that we go through. And I mean, you've seen guys that dominate the regular season, and then when the playoffs come around, they struggle to have things go their way. So I'm trying not to get caught up in the too high of highs, and just trying to enjoy the amount of fun we're having each and every weekend so far. And yeah, going back to Ford and being underneath that banner now has been awesome. The simulation tools and really everyone that I've gotten to meet over only the past few weeks or a couple months now, I guess, have been awesome to lean on and work with. So the simulator time is still extremely valuable, even in the normal world. And now we're kind of coming out of the COVID world, and but we're only getting, I think it's typically either 30 minutes or an hour of practice. So if you don't have that, you really lean on your simulation tools, and they give us that. So a huge thank you to them, and we'll continue to keep getting those blue ovals in victory lane.
For sure. Well, thanks so much, Zane. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, from Rob, we'll go to Bob. Bob Pockers, go ahead.
Yeah, Zane, what does having 2 wins at this point in the season do for you, just as far as either how you approach or how the team can approach races and strategy?
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had a few more stage wins and a little bit, I don't know, just more stage points in general, I feel like, and we'd really be able to approach these races a lot differently. But being locked in and I think having more wins than anyone so far this year has been awesome. It not only boosts my confidence, but really my whole team. And I don't know, it's just a lot of fun we're having, like I said, each and every week. And so we're just trying to enjoy that. And I don't know, I feel like I stole a clock from this team last year. So hopefully we get them one this year.
And, there's obviously the bonus points at the end of the year. So, you have 2 wins, but you're 4th in points, 31 behind Chandler. So is that kind of the next thing you're going to, I mean, I don't know if you look at it this early in the year or not, but is it something that you guys definitely be kind of aware of considering your points position?
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to win that in general from my get-go in the truck series. So it's definitely something on our mind. I mean, we've already taken our hit to the gut at Vegas. And so, I mean, in our minds and many others, we're still looking at that finish or in our year as a first, a second, a fifth, and a first. And I don't know, I guess technically it's not there. And so I feel like that's where that points buffer has hit us. But I don't know. I feel like to still be fourth with that this early in the season really says something about our team. And yeah, I mean, obviously Coda was a great point stay. We maxed out on that. And I don't know. I mean, if we're in contention to win that regular season championship and collect those extra points, it's going to be awesome. But myself and my team, we're just chasing wins and trophies right now and having fun in the process.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Nathan Solomon, you're up. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Zane, when you come to a place like Martinsville, obviously a place known for a lot of chaos, beating and bagging, how do you manage all that chaos?
Yeah, I don't know how it'll be this year. I mean, Martinsville is always crazy, but I feel like we've seen the past few years, it's been the transfer race to get to the Final Four. So I feel like that really made the aggression level really high there at times. And going back and watching film to the night race in 2020, it was ugly how aggressive it got. And so, and that was my first time ever at Martinsville. So I was a little gun shy, but I was in the must-win situation last year and we pulled it off. And I just feel like that place has been good to me. It fits me. And I don't know, I always look forward to Martinsville week.
And looking forward to a few weeks, Bristol Dirt is up after Martinsville. How do you approach that and view that going back there for a second time?
Yeah, I don't know what to expect for Bristol Dirt. I don't really think anyone has a clear answer for that. But I know Bristol Dirt last year in the very beginning was some of the most fun I've ever had in a truck. And then at the very end, I didn't have quite that much fun just from the seeing concept of things. But I don't know. I've heard that they're trying to work out those bugs and make it a good show for us. So I feel like we're all kind of in the same boat there, and I love that.
Thank you.
Brendan Carroll. Hey, Brendan, go ahead.
Okay, Zane. So what was it like going from a 5-truck team down to basically a 1-truck team? I know you guys still have an alliance with DGR Crowsley and those guys over there, but what was that transition like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely really different at first, just because I've been so used to really only seeing trucks and truck parts and pieces floating around the shop, and now it's definitely in a smaller building, and we're surrounded by cup cars, and obviously the whole cup world is crazy right now with getting cars, and so it's been crazy to see the shop slowly but surely fill up with the new cars. But it's been really cool, honestly, to see not only all of FRM, but especially a group of the Fab shop, because they're not as busy anymore, and the cup guys on their off days will give a helping hand to the truck team. And that's what winning and championship race teams do. They look at themselves all as one, and I feel like that's what front row is. And when I went over there, I really tried to pay attention to the people, and I feel like that the team I have assembled on my 38 truck is as good as it gets. So just having a ton of fun with the group I'm with this year, and look forward to the future.
Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
If you've got a question for Zane, go ahead, raise your hand. Zane, I wanted to follow up on that because maybe we make too much of it, but every time a new driver goes to a different team, it's all about communication, right? And it's like, how long is it going to take before you can really kind of mesh and gel? And obviously you guys have hit the ground running and everything is just kind of seemingly perfect.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like if you finish Daytona rolling, it's going to be a good year. And so we finished Daytona winning. And so once that happened, it was kind of a different ball game of we got to focus forward on on the next steps, already being locked into the playoffs, and just getting to go have fun and chase trophies. I know that word keeps coming up of having fun, but I mean, really that's just simplifying it of what we're doing. And it's been working.
Vince Welch, good to have you on the call. Go ahead, Vince.
Thanks a lot. Hey, Zane. Short tracks always seem to bring up the possibility of moving a driver at the end of a race. What's your take on that? What do you see if you're running second? What gives you the confidence of doing it, what, if you could use air quotes, the right way? How do you feel if you're the person leading, knowing that you're probably going to get moved? And what do you consider to be clean, getting moved in a clean manner versus getting moved in a not so clean manner? How do you balance all of that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like each and every single one of us have known what moving someone the right way versus wrecking somebody is. I feel like we've known that since we were 12 years old at our first short track or something like that. And so I don't know, a few of us are pretty good at measuring that out, and then some are absolutely awful at measuring that out. And so the guys that are awful, obviously it's in our head that we're going to treat you how we're treated, and vice versa, the guys that do it the right way. And so I don't know. I mean, it's however you want to race me is how I look at it. And I'll typically do it 2 times worse back to you. That's how I've always gone about it.
On a short track, if you're leading, do you expect that at the end? And if you're running second, are you looking for that opportunity to do that, knowing how valuable wins are in this format?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying earlier, it's a little bit different Martinsville now, since we're still early in the year and you don't really want to make enemies. And this isn't now the final transfer race to get to the Final Four. So I don't know, I probably will say that and it'll be 10 times worse, but I feel like everyone should try to initially pass the guy in front of them, and if you can't get it done, then yeah, I don't see anything wrong with just the classic short track bump and run, but there's a difference between a bump and run and a dump and run. So yeah, hopefully we could stay smart with that.
Thanks, Zane. Thank you, Dan, for doing this.
You're welcome, Vince. Thanks. Let's go back to Rob. Rob, you got a follow-up?
I sure do. Sorry, just getting to my quiet spot. Zane, I know we've been talking about Martinsville a lot, but what would you describe to be the ideal Zane Smith racetrack if he had unlimited money?
I don't know. Personally, one of my favorite racetracks is Dover. I love that place so much, no matter what it's in, and was super bummed out when the Truck Series quit going there, but hopefully in the near future I could go grab another monster.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Zane.
All right, Bob, back to you for follow-up.
Yeah, I dawned on me when you were talking earlier that, you know, this will be the first spring race at Martinsville in 3 years, and there's no fall race at Martinsville to follow it for the first time. So how much do you think does that change the dynamic of this race with it being early in the season? And I don't know, I don't know whether you even know, but like, do you feel like it changes the teams' approach to when they approached it a few years ago, knowing they were coming back in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I see what NASCAR is trying to do, though, putting it still right after a road course where we all get into each other, so we all go into it pissed off. But I don't know. I feel like the past couple of years, it's just you spend all year, and the guys that haven't won are extremely aggressive. The guys that are obviously in a must-win are extremely aggressive, and then there's just the normal guys that are always aggressive. And so I feel like you could possibly see a like a 3-car or so or 3-truck breakaway, and maybe in this one, and those guys duke it out. I don't see it being such a caution fest as it's been in the past couple years. But like I said, now that I say that, I'll probably be proved wrong. But you would think that it wouldn't be as aggressive, but I don't know. I'll race however it is.
Thank you.